everyone, so today I woke up and I knew I wanted to do a video, but I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do it on, and I've been getting requests so much to do my everyday eye makeup routine. Ever since I started using the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette back in September, I've pretty much worn the same look every single day, and this is my mother calling me. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Okay, so I have been getting asked to do a tutorial on how I just do my everyday makeup for so long, and I was kind of hesitant, and the reason it's taken me months to do this is because it's just a neutral eye look, and I feel like I've done so many just neutral, natural eye looks that it's kind of a little bit repetitive for me to do them over and over and over again. But this one has been requested so much, so I tweeted and I was like, do you guys want to see this, or do you have any other requests? And people either said that they wanted to see this one or they requested a room tour. Now my room is not ready to do a room tour yet. I'm waiting for the walls to get painted, and then I have some artwork that I want to hang up, and there are a few little details that I want to get done before I do a room tour. I did do a mini room tour on my second channel, so if you haven't seen that, definitely go watch that. But I will be putting my room tour up as soon as I can, I pinky promise, on my second channel. So that won't even be going on this channel. So if you want to check that out, you'll need to go find my other channel. I'll link it in the bottom bar. But anyways, lots of people have been asking me to do this video, and like I said, I was a little hesitant because it's another neutral eye look from me, but this is what I've been doing every single day for the past couple months. So if you want to know how I do this eye look, then keep watching. And last thing, before I get into the tutorial, I hauled this color in my last video. I did an like collective haul that was Target and Ulta, and this is the like Tiffany box blue type of color that I got from Essie, and I didn't tell you guys what the name of it was because I'm silly and I always forget to do things like that. So I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that it is the color Turquoise and Caicos because I got asked so many times. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get into the look. The first thing I do is prime my eyes using the Laura Mercier Eye Basics Eye Primer in Flax. And this is just an eye primer that I dab a little bit on, and then I use my finger to blend it on my lid all the way up to my brow. This is going to make my shadows last all day, and it's going to make the colors pop and be a little bit brighter and more vibrant. So any eye primer will do. I do recommend using an eye primer. You don't have to use that specific one, but I do recommend using an eye primer anytime you're gonna put shadows on or anything like that. All right, now I take my Too Faced Natural Eye Palette, and it comes with all these different eyeshadows, and you can tell which ones I use on a daily basis. And also in this little pull-out drawer, it came with a brush that this side has an angle liner brush that I think is if you wanted to use one of the darker colors, like to do a little bit of eyeliner. I actually use that for my brows. And then on this side, it came with a sponge applicator that sometimes I use if I'm in a really big hurry, but for the most part, I use a brush. Now this is a MAC 239 shader brush. You can use any flat brush you want. You could probably use your fingers and get the same thing, you know, if you just wanted to take a little bit of the color and dab it on. This is something that any flat brush is going to do. I don't think that you have to invest in a MAC one or anything like that. But what I do is I actually take a little bit of this color and a little bit of this color and a little this and a little this and a little this and a little this. I just mix them together, tap off any excess so that it doesn't fall onto my face, and I pat this onto my lid. Now I know for eyes, they say that if you do your lid shimmery, you want to do under your brow bone matte, or vice versa. You want to mix up textures. For me, I really like just the shimmery kind of metallic-y look. So for under my brow, I just take the same brush that I use, and I don't use this brush every day, to be honest. I probably have like 10 flat brushes that I just alternate using. Some are drugstore, some are MAC, some are, you know, all different brands, but whichever one I'm using, I take a little bit of this and then I take some of this. So this time I'm mixing the middle one with the lighter one, tap off any excess again, and I pat this under my brow and I bring it down to the color on my lid so that they meet. So I have a wash of color over my entire eye. And then I take the tip of any brush I'm using and I get the two bottom colors again, and then I use this to line my lower lash line. So I just pat this right here and I go all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. Like that, and then I take a little bit more of those two colors and I really just focus it and make sure that I've gotten all of the inner corner covered. Now I'm going to put a little bit of color in my crease, and I'm going to use a MAC 222 brush. Now this brush is a Dome kind of blending brush, and it's skinnier than a 224, so it's a little bit smaller. It's not quite a blending brush. It really is just to place the color into your crease. If there's one brush that I say you should splurge on or really spend on, I would say it was this one, because you can find flat shader brushes and blending brushes at any drugstore, but this one I really think is my favorite crease brush of all time. A lot of times people ask me if I recommend the MAC 217 or the 222, and I am 100% for the 222. So now I'm going to take a little bit of this color, which is called Push Up, and I'm just going to swirl this onto my brush, tap off any excess, and I'm going to start building this color into my crease. I hope my hand's not blocking the way. I don't think it is. So I'm just very lightly going back and forth in windshield wiper motions, and you can do small little circles. You can do whichever really builds the color into your crease. Then I take my blending brush. This happens to be a MAC 224, but again, you do not have to use a MAC brush for this. Any blending brush will do. This is just the one that I have sitting on my vanity right now, and I'm going to blend this out a little bit so that the line isn't so harsh. So I'm really just taking this brush and following it against the outer line of the dark color, and it's going to blend out any of the harsh edges. And then I take the 222 brush again, and I mix a little bit of Push Up, which is that color we just had, with some of this color. Now today I'm doing Cocoa Puff. There are times when I do this one right here, which is kind of more gray charcoal color. Today I'm getting a little bit of this one, just because I felt like it, and that's what I did on the other eye. And then I'm going to build this into my crease, and I'm really just going to put this in the hollow of my eye. So I'm just going to press down, and wherever my eye kind of sinks in, I'm going to place this color. Okay, now I'm going to take my blending brush again and just blend this out one more time. I find that if you put all the color on at once and then blend it out, it gets a little bit more muddy than if you put a little bit of the color on, blend it, put a little bit more on, blend it. So I like the finish that this gives me. So I'm gonna blend it out a little bit more, and then with this brush, I'm going to take a little bit of that lightest color here. I'll show you guys. This one right here, a really good dupe for this, by the way, is Brulee by MAC. If you own Brulee, then you have basically this exact same color. I'm gonna take a little bit of this just on this brush and pat it under my brow just to lighten up anything if it blended a little bit too much. That's how easy the shadows are. Now, most of the time I put a black eyeliner in my waterline. Sometimes you'll see me with a white eyeliner or even a peach eyeliner, but today I'm going to just be doing my signature, which is a black eyeliner. And this is a Stylie Style Line and Seal in 121 Black Velvet. This is from a drugstore. And I'm just going to press in right here so it kind of exposes my waterline. And I am going to fill this in. For the upper lash line, I pretty much always do a black line. Now, when I first started using this palette, I was only using gel liner, and then I went into pencil liner, and then I went into liquid liner, and right now I'm in kind of a liquid liner phase, and the one that I'm using is the Mark on the Edge. It's part of a hookup, so it's this side right here, and I'm actually almost out of this because I've been using it every single day since I got it. So any eyeliner you've seen me have on in the last couple I don't know, maybe weeks, has been this one, but I'm going to try to stay in the frame while I do this eyeliner. I'm not exactly sure how well that's going to happen, but liquid liner is kind of tricky when you first start doing it, but once you've done it for a couple times, you kind of find your own eye shape and you're able to do it pretty easily. But let's see how I'm going to do this. I basically just lay the brush down and glide it across my upper lash line. Was I in the frame for that? Because I'm pretty sure I was, and if I was, I'm going to be pretty proud of myself. I can't talk to you right now. I am busy doing my eyeliner, can't you tell? Who is it? Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of an awkward angle for me to apply my eyeliner on, but now I'm going to curl my lashes. So I just get my eyelashes in the eye curler and just kind of squeeze it for a second. I don't know, there's no really rhyme or reason to how I curl my lashes. And then I'm going to apply Maybelline Falsies Mascara. One thing that I've always said, and I will continue to say, is I do not think you should spend a lot of money on department store or high-end mascaras, because drugstore mascaras are the bomb.com. So this is the Falsies, and it's actually a really good dupe for the Lancome Hypnose Drama. If you have used that or have seen that, and it's absolutely amazing, well, this is a really inexpensive drugstore dupe for that. And then I like doing mascara on my lower lashes. Some people like it, some people don't. It's completely a personal preference to you. If you would like to do this step, you can, or you can totally skip it, it's optional. Okay, so now it is time for the cheeks, and I switch up what I wear for blush, but for bronzer, it pretty much stays the same. What I use is NARS Laguna Bronzer, which is this right here, and then if I can find my brush. Okay, so this is the Mark, what's this called? A blush and bronzer brush. I got this and I started using it. I absolutely love it. It's one of like the flat top contour ones. I just tap a little bit of the side into this, and then I just use this to contour it a little bit. Nothing too fancy, and then I make sure to take it up my temples. And I contour higher than most people. Most people just do a line right here. I really use this as blush as well. I pretty much put it all over my cheeks and up onto my temple. And then I do the other side. So I'm not exactly sure how dramatic the camera is showing you that this is, but it's not that much. And then for blush today, I'm using the new Benefit blush. This is in Bellabama, and I use a different blush pretty much every day, but I just take a little bit of this, and I started using this. I used it for the first time yesterday. It was so pigmented, you guys. So you barely have to tap a little bit on your brush, and then I smile, and I just tap a little bit right on the apples of my cheeks and kind of blend it back into the bronzer. So the only place that I really have like a pinky kind of, or whatever color I'm using, if I'm using plum or if I'm using coral or anything like that, the only place I really put it is right on the apples, and then when you blend it back, it kind of blends into the bronzer, and that way you don't have to put blush, you know, all the way from here to here, because I don't really like the look of like pink blush from here to here. So I just tap this on, and then I kind of blend it back. And then for lips, again, that's something that I kind of switch up a lot, but lately I've just been using my MAC Viva Glam Gaga lipstick, and what I do is this can actually get really, really bright and hot pink, and I don't like that as much as just kind of a neutral look, so I just apply a little bit to the inner parts of my lips, so here, so see how I really just applied that to the inner parts, and then I take a Stila lip gloss, and this is in Grapefruit, and it's really pretty, and I just twist the bottom a little bit, and I use this, and while I'm putting the gloss on, I blend out the edges of the lipstick. Alright, so that is how I do my everyday makeup look, and I think it would be really fun if you guys wanted to film your everyday makeup look, especially if you're using more inexpensive products, and leave it as a video response below. That way, when people are looking for, you know, other everyday makeup looks that they can get and, you know, access the products and stuff, they can be affordable and stuff like that. But yeah, I really like this look. Obviously, I've been wearing it for months and months and months, and I like it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Not afraid to cry every day. Maybe I shouldn't be singing while I film this video, because now I can't use any of the footage.